Yep,
Uh,
I'm ready.
like I said, it's going to be the side story that is pretty much a free shot and do whatever you want within reason.
Hear that,
So,
Curie? No unnecessary killing.
so, so while while the demon while the demon army is trying to storm the land, the twins take you out back to Starlight. Where they go to one of the inns that you held in earlier to get away from the executioner. Approximately this one.
Yep, I remember this fondly. That's how I knew of their existence and their situation, to say the least.
The twins look at you as like, okay. Both twins look at you as like, okay, this is gonna be serious now. You have to, because you're more known in the city thanks to President and First Lady's let's just say love of your food. You have to keep cover up at old times.
Oh, so blend in like normal, like it's one of my jobs.
As in, your face has to be covered up as well.
Oh, I have something way different. And Ty, I'm gonna pull out the device. Do we even have a name for that device? The one where you can change into a different person?
I'm pretty sure I
It's
should.
an advanced disguise kit. That's all it is.
I just say disguise kid.
It's not just a disguise kit. Like, remember, this was the assassin that could change into. She changed to a fucking deer and knew about my betrayal.
I'm gonna I'm gonna make that name eventually. Anyway,
We'll just say magic disguise kit. How's that sound for now?
for now, yes. Anyway, you walk into the bar. Sorry, you walk into the inn, and one of the twins says, yes, I would like to speak to Roberto, please." Like, I'm sorry, ma'am. I'm sorry, ma'am. There's no Roberto here. She pulls out she pulls out what appears to be a silver coin, but from someone that's not seen, but, but from something that's not seen by any government state. Like, yes, I believe he is here. The dude looks around. Now, what's your disguise as, real quick?
My disguise. So I would probably talk with the twins beforehand on the type of person I should disguise myself. Should I be just a normal looking dude, or probably?
Nothing too suspicious.
Yeah, I'm not trying to put myself out there. I'm just part of one of the crowd. It seems.
Um, this might be a personal experience of mine from the few times I've been in like big cities, but people in like cities, they tend to ignore the homeless. So they're like the invisible ears of the city.
Oh yeah, that is right. We are. Oh yeah, I can make it look like I maybe
Down on
someone
your
down on
luck.
his luck.
And you got your little like hat, little sign for change. But by and large, people will probably just ignore you, which makes you the
Yep,
perfect spy.
and Ty, did you from that little thing that you just did with the coin and stuff? Is that from John Wick, the Continental coins?
Yeah, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
No, dude, I love it. That's good.
Dude, did they realize all these senses by now? I just took everything for every movie, TV show, wrestling, all that to just combine into sessions.
Yeah, dude.
Nice.
Yeah, you literally just took a scene from the Kingsman, and that's what one of my kitchen shadows can do now.
Speaking of, did you ever see John Wick 4?
Yes, we're actually watching one of our movie nights last week.
It was a good one.
Yes, it was. Anyway, he looks around. Anyway, Roberto looks around as like, is he with you? Pointing at you. Like, yeah, yes. Alright, let me just clear out some of these customers. As the customers clear out, he he opens his door down to the basement, like, follow me.
Yep, I will follow. Also doing a check to make sure that no one sees us entering.
Go ahead.
That would be perception, I am guessing, correct?
Yeah.
All right, hold on, let me check my stats. Can one of you guys roll a d20 plus 15, please?
Okay.
28?
28.
Yeah, I'll have to have someone do my rolls for me since I can't really access roll 20 on my phone.
Yeah, because
Fair enough.
I understand, because, like I said, the only reason I pay for Roll 20 is because half the time in the fucking hospital, so.
Oh, no problem.
And
So
I
with that
can't find my
28,
glasses.
yeah, I'm guessing with that 28, I don't see anyone watching us go in here or
No,
anything of note.
no one, no, you don't see anyone watching and going in there.
All right, I'll
Anyway,
just.
anyway, he goes down, he points at you as uh, like, I'm sorry, I need to, I'm sorry, I need you to be pat down real quick. And big mother, and some big Amazon lady walks up and like, just to pat you down.
And you have the Amazon from Dragon Crown.
Actually, I was thinking Marissa from Street Fighter 6. But we could combine them, huh?
And what I'll do, Ty, is we're fully like downstairs, correct?
Yeah.
All right. With that, before he says about the search, I would say, "Oh, pardon, let me get rid of this now. Get rid of my disguise kit. I'll be transformed back to normal."
You have your face cover up, right?
Yep.
Okay, just to make sure. Like, very sneaky, very nice.
Draws less attention if people see a poor man when to beg for change.
Good point, good point. Boss, he's clean. Okay. He opens the door and you see weapons upon weapons line the walls, including some of the weapons that you made. Well, Shellspark made.
Oh, look at all this! Look at this vast collection now. Being amazed, me like, very impressive collection indeed, good sir.
Yes, that's a weapon brokers. We do have to keep on top of the weapons business, especially since Starlight is pretty much on the military weapons. So
Yes, I will see.
lots of people want to defend themselves, but rely on police or military.
Very.
Unfortunately, that got my brother in trouble. Another known client brought another guest downstairs, and that guest was a Secret Service agent. My brother Jose was arrested, and he was supposed to go to underworld prisons after quote unquote first first prisoner. For Unfortunately, the underworld prison was lost, so he's going to go to, I think, called Alcatraz prison until they get the underworld prisons straight up again.
Oh, I must say I feel must say I'm sorry that your brother got caught in all this. You two are just doing simple business. Sometimes people don't like that.
Yeah, the president's wife is likes to follow law through the leather. Anyway, I'm sure you don't. I'm sure you're not here for small talk. What do you What do you require, good sir?
I am looking for a particular weapon that could serve my purpose further in my, I'll say, line of work. Something of a hidden blade that can take out almost in an instant to take out opponents silently and without even them knowing that I even had a blade on me.
I think I know what you're talking about. One sec. I think. One second. It's in the back somewhere.
Oh,
He goes to the back real quick, and then pulls out a blade. Well, pulls out the pull out the blade I showed in the in the Pathfinder channel. It's a little rusty, but I'm sure I could get it in working order. And he knows that the tip of the and knows that inside of the actual blade itself is it's like a straw that can insert. And it's kind of like this straw you can insert poison to make it even more stronger. But I'm pretty sure if you have an alchemist friend or someone, or if you know alchemy, I think you could insert anything to get directly to the bloodstream, if you will.
ah, so maybe, so if I can't kill the target directly, this will be a second effect. Very nice indeed, my friend. If I could ask, where did you procure such a interesting weapon? I'm actually quite curious about this. Now I'm looking about it. I'm just gonna like look at this and basically in like amazement of like I know it's like a little rusty, but my guys looking at like the craftsmanship and how hidden it looks and everything.
Ah, there's once a second there's once a second team of assassins. They like to lose this weapon, but unfortunately, the main team of assassins pretty much drove them out of business by murdering every single one of them. This survived that war, if you will. That
Um,
happened. If I remember from my grandpappy, about 150 years ago.
Something like this, especially with how old it is, still looks in good condition. Even though, like you said, a little bit of rust, but still, looks like this thing held up for quite some time.
Yes, that guild is was one of the finest weapons around.
I'm guessing they made way too many enemies, and they all coordinated to take them out simultaneously or in one big hurrah.
You speak you speak the truth. There wasn't even a sorcerer council yet. There's just heroes and military and everything just take them out one by one until eventually everything just all of them just delete. All of them just got erased. They were erased from history and we never saw them again.
With only their some of their weapons and equipment left behind, luckily stored safely.
Fortunately, he shows you to the back to see several other weapons that were far from optimal condition. As in, Seawall hasn't hit nat 20s in order to restore them.
Ah, I'll look back at the gentleman and I'll say, these are these are just the weapon I am looking for, good sir.
Now
Uh,
let's talk about price. Because it's a rare weapon in decent condition, I say I say 20 platinum should be a fair enough price.
200 gold? That's nothing.
how much did he say?
200 gold.
200 gold is
25
excellent.
gold?
200
25,
gold.
25 gold in case of 20 platinum. sorry, 20 platinum.
I think I have. Yeah, I think I have that amount. Let me double check.
You also have Veb, who's never spent any of his money.
Vep's also in a completely different city right now.
Yeah, so you don't exactly have access to that ATM.
Right now, currently fighting a demon horde.
Blood for the Blood God! Charge! Wait.
Alright, so we'll be like, I think I just about have enough. Now, I'm going to do a quick look. You said it has somewhere. Do you know anyone that might be able to at least restore to its natural state, per se?
Fortunately, you gotta take this weapon as is. If I do restore it to its natural states, I'm gonna charge a lot more. Trust me.
I think I may have someone for that. But you said 20 platinum, my friend, correct?
Yes.
I will take out my bag that contains my coin. I'll make sure to make sure you get the 25. I'll count it out to them to make sure that, show them that, hey, this is legit. Now, and after handing over the pile of 25 platinum coins, and I'll say, I do believe that this is the right amount, my friend.
He looks at it, back to one of the coins, like, ah, pleasure doing business with you, good fellow.
And also in that pile, Ty, there'll be just a extra. There'll be one extra platinum.
Ah,
Does he know?
I see you want to be a repeat customer soon. Very well.
Yes, it's very hard to find someone as reliable and sophisticated as a network that you have in such an environment like this. So, I feel like this will be a nice business venture between both of us, my friend.
Ah, don't get me wrong. You still need one of these guys to vet you in until we could fully trust you. Understand, right?
Oh, of course, secrecy is the utmost, and you always gotta vet people very thoroughly before you let them in this.
Like I said, I don't want what happened to my brothers be happening to me. You understand
If
that?
if I may ask, do you may I get your brother's name?
Uh, Jose's, Jose.
Jose? Is that what you said, Ty?
Yeah, Jose Starmore.
Jose Starmore. I'll remember that name.
He he should be in a temporary prison until ooh. And Al flies down to give him news like ooh. It looks like that it looks like that Alcatraz prison is about finished. He's about to looks like he's about to be transferred to there real soon.
Oh, well, my friend, I don't want to keep you up as you may have other people, and don't want to linger for too long to draw any more suspicion.
Ah yes,
You must.
I do have a lovely established inn to run. Don't be a stranger.
Oh, I won't. You,
And
sir,
and
have a
and
fantastic day.
here for bringing me a very good customer, and for the and for the and for the silver piece back to one of the twins.
Uh, and I'll give him a little bow and say, until we meet again, good sir.
Thank you.
And we'll
Now the
proceed
reason I
to.
insisted your face is covered because if you saw your face, you would have been shot on sight.
Oh, yeah, I'm keeping my. Yeah, because remember, people still think my character's a dead man. My
No,
original character.
no, they don't care about. No, they have people that hide their identities. But if he knew that you're the famous chef from Enzo's Tavern, he'll shut you on sight because he thinks that the first lady and president is pretty much is down with you, if you will.
That
And last thing he needs and last thing he needs is him being arrested for illegal weapons smuggling.
Yep, but quick question to see what it's like. We own Alcatraz, right? That's the new island we're building, correct? Or new prison? I'm sorry, what'd you say?
That is our prison.
Okay, perfect.
Excellent. Our own offshore dynamo.
So as we start leaving, before we get back up to the tavern itself, I'll change back into the outfit of the old homeless man going through the rough time, and we'll get back to our room and get a little settled as I check out this equipment and get ready to make our way back home because I gotta inform William of not just not the weapons, but more of a certain individual that we may like.
Ty, this may sound like a silly question, but during the time where Scrap is disguised as a homeless man just down on his luck, how much money does he make from as a from panhandling?
Actually, yeah. Does anyone even actually?
I'm going to roll for shits and giggles in
Yeah.
copper. Sorry, like in platinum. So, not platinum,
Oh, you
silver.
said platinum. The DM said platinum.
Silver.
I've
You made one silver piece. Congratulations.
I mean, it could have been platinum if a very rich noble who was very charitable saw me and felt bad for me and gave me a platinum.
And then they probably invite you into their home, and then they probably have you eat this mystery meat, which tastes unusually delicious. And then they lead you to your own private room, and then you
That
end
is
up having
literally
to
from.
escape.
I think I know what. Is that a reference to fuck, what's that name? The assassin anime, where even though which one I'm talking about, right?
Nope. I was just thinking classic tropes, where you have
Ah,
this, this rich guy. He seems incredibly charitable, but he has a deep, dark secret.
evil. He has a torture chamber in his basement.
Yes, it plays Mariah Carey nonstop,
Oh God.
specifically her Christmas song.
They haven't even made it past the first. No one has known to survive the first half of the song.
Yep, everybody always rams headfirst into the door just to make it end.
Oh boy.
Because let's be honest, who can stand Mariah Carey? Especially her Christmas music.
Oh, I guess the other 2 points before I let you have your free session is
If it was Dolly Parton, that would be one thing.
actually, actually 3 points I want to make. One, you see a boat approach and and Sorcerer Grand returned. He steps off the boat like, ah, I have to play this song again.
You have my sympathies, my friend. And I just give him a bottle of Jack Daniels.
Don't worry, you'll forget all about this soon.
Wait, hold on. Am I back in the city when he arrives?
Uh, actually, you just stepped off the boat as well. So, because you heard the song once, you're immune to it for the second time. The third time, you have to roll real again.
Because
However,
this is his
and
memory eraser thing, right?
yeah, and and since William is in the mountains, he's immune by default. So that means Jimpan and that means Veb and what you called have to roll will saves.
Or what?
Will saves.
He's about to erase your memory about pretty much the fact that one, he's one of the members of the Sorcerer Council, and two, what magic that the First Lady has. Particularly, she's a Choromancer.
Yeah, her magic very fucking powerful.
That's why. That's why. That's why the Sorcerer Council, and especially the president, wants to keep that directly under wraps.
Oh shit.
And since thinks anyone's just regular citizens and doesn't want to fuck with people too badly, we'll save a 15. We'll save a 16 will be fine.
Hello?
Counter song.
Say again?
Counter song.
Counter song.
There's no way that's my actual will score. Let me double check this. There's no way I have just a 1. That's it.
Oh, and I forgot one thing. Chimpan, you have an advantage since you're also a bard. You heard me, Jim?
Oh, I do.
Yeah, you're a bard. You have an advantage.
Here's
Now
counter song.
you have two. Yeah, you do advantage two ways. Even okay. Let me explain. Let me explain the advantages. You can either take it. You can either take.
Okay.
You can either take.
Actually,
You can
add
either.
+2.
I would say you either take the advantage and just roll a, 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 a 13, or you attempt the counter song.
A counter song again.
20.
Good
20
lord, I
then.
still had the stats from level 4 on my Fortitude, Reflex, and Will save.
Here's performance. What is performance then?
Yeah, performance of 20. Like if you okay,
My performance is
everyone remembers everyone in that town remembers everything.
30 hits. Everyone.
Wait, when you say everyone, like not only just our characters,
Okay.
but also the town.
The entire town the entire town that witnessed the First Lady magic remembers everything.
He hits you within
And
30
since I
hits.
noticed he was there, what I'm gonna do now is, as soon as like he's done playing a song, or as he's playing this song, I'm going back to the tavern. I'm going to make sure to write down the events on paper and secretly hide it, as to keep a record of what happened.
I'm pretty sure Wim's already doing that because he's so deep in the mouth and he's immune to the song.
Yep.
Well, I'm writing down my encounter with the First Lady and her magic. Since I was there, I noticed it. I saw how it was, so I'm just writing down in my own words what the magic is, how I saw it, and describing it in great detail, so that way I could save it and then show it to William.
Now he doesn't remember you. He doesn't realize he counts on him, so he's currently none the wiser. Now, as a DM, I'm going to say this: if he does remember it, he's going to blow that tune in a much stronger tone.
Yep.
Oh god. I'll upgrade from like being a bard with like a lute to a freaking vuvuzela.
He is a member of the Sorcerer Council for a reason. He's one of the most powerful bards in the world.
The destructive power of a vuvuzela.
He just doesn't like using the memory erasure song to that level because, well, you see what happened to Newark. She forgot long-term memories.
So under the wrong circumstances, if he just wants to erase people's memories from just that day, it could be so bad to where Bam. They don't even know who the fuck their name is.
Yeah.
And I'm guessing there's no reverse spell for that, I am guessing.
Only Count Song. In that case, only Count Song can stop it.
Nice.
Anyway, the last piece of business. Anyway, after this, he's like, by the way, by the way, I heard that someone named I heard that what you call it's going to stop by. She he's talking to the alchemist the necromancer star like, oh, by the way, the sorcerer the council is going to send the before he plays the song like, oh, by the way, the council is going to send Holly to Tombstone Island. Says Tombstone Island is now considered a prison of not a permanent prison, but someone to get to remix into society, if you will. The council doesn't want a desert anymore. Is anyone want to go say anything, or is Holly's going to be right to Tombstone Island? Since with the right
I'll
amount
make
of
sure
pressure upon her, she actually does her job.
Well, as you know, I hear him say that, and as he's playing his intro, I'll make sure to get to an area to where he can't see me, and I'm just gonna radio Seawall. I'm gonna say, William, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. What do you need?
Just wanted to let you know that Druid, she's headed to Tombstone Island.
More problems?
I'm sorry, could you repeat that, Seawall? I didn't hear you.
She's gonna cause more fucking problems.
And apparently, from what I heard, seems like this is gonna be her first job as part of the Sorcerer's Council.
Second, the first time is to restore the grain, and she done that for the other
Oh,
land you
my bad.
control. So
Her
this is her
second
second job.
Plus, I like to talk to. I don't know if you have it or I can talk to someone. Do you have the list of prisoners that are going to be for our new prison island?
Do we have a list of that, Ty?
I'm gonna say you're not stupid enough not to have the complete list. So yes, you have the list of the first prisoners from from each county, each city.
So, do you have it in your possession, William, or where do you have the list?
In a secured vault? Not exactly public knowledge.
Yes. I would like to ask a favor. I need to look at that list and look for a certain name. Unless you want to do it, or you can show me where it is. I would
What's the
trust you
name?
either way. What'd you say?
What's the name?
Pete. How'd you say his first name? Pete.
Jose
Jose.
Jose. What the hell? Jose. Crap. What was his last name? Sorry.
Starsmith.
Starsmith. Sorry. Jose Starsmith. He would have been arrested for weapons smuggling. If his name is on the list, please let me know.
I'll look through the list, see if the name is there.
All right, it doesn't take that long to find. Like Starlight, prisoner number 0001, Jose Starsmith, arrested for weapons smuggling. Temporary prisoner until underground prison is complete.
Interesting. Okay. So what do you want with him?
A special contact that I have gone into. His it's his younger. He's the older
Older.
brother. The older brother wanted me to. Well, I asked just for his name as he got arrested. I want to get in good graces with this gentleman, and unfortunately, his younger brother got caught up in being arrested by an undercover Secret Service agent. I'm thinking to get into his good graces. I can make it look like or free his brother, or however we could make it look like his brother is free from there, and not letting Starlight know. Make it look like I don't know. He committed suicide as he didn't want to talk to give up his sources.
Faked death. Yeah, that could be arranged.
I mean, he was in weapons smuggling. They probably wanted to send him to another area after they got it up to see who his accomplices were or contacts.
We could make it look like that he was causing some sort of issue, barricaded himself, and unfortunately didn't survive the standoff. Should be easy enough without harming our reputation.
Yes, when that is done, I'll have the chateaus pick him up. I need to at least have a chat with him before send him back to his brother.
Alright, the last thing that I'm going to get involved in. Web, you actually see a lot of paladins discussing something, and you actually see both Azure and Bloodpike pissed. like dude, sir, no offense. I know Stone was bad, but you can't promote this guy to general. He's insane. I know, but unfortunately, he's the only vice general that qualifies. No, sir, you don't understand. He walks, he walks out on people. He curses. He he swears to his hair more than even I do. He tried to hand recruit once, and for some odd reason, his oath allows him to. I know, but even if we find Stone, he's considered a coward. He'll be demoted to vice to vice general immediately.
Motion to vice general?
Yeah, if Stone was found, at the very least, he'll be demoted to vice general. For literally walking out on war.
Meanwhile, Veb was willing to be on the front line.
I think even Blood Pie is listen, Veb's more Veb's more paladin than him. I know. I literally fought with him, but the aura things is the aura things, and this person, he's the oldest vice general. Vice general. I understand the concerns, but the discussion is closed. Let's go. Let's head up for the night before we depart in the morning.
Do I recognize the specific stone as they're describing him? Like his actions, do they seem similar to what I recall?
You never met this soon to be new general before.
Is he a well-known figure that, even if I might only know just through stories?
History check.
Yep, let's let the person who is not skilled in history check and has no points to
I'm sorry, but that's the only way.
And do I know who that is? Can I help?
Yep, yeah, I can help.
Oh,
Honestly, that's actually not bad, all things considered.
history.
Actually, I think that's enough considering your role.
Wait, did he do a history roll?
Yep,
Okay, quick question.
I'm not trained in it.
You can only get a DC 10. That's the maximum you can get for untrained.
Okay, a 10.
In that case, Jim, you might want to help him out.
No, no. Okay. 37. Okay. 32.
That's your history roll?
No, I can take out 20. 2 per day. Now I have a 12.
Yep.
It's always fun being the meathead. You don't have any intelligence scores. You don't have any knowledge of anything.
Between the two of you, you know one vice general that no one likes, but is stuck with just because, and that's Vice General Ross.
Let me guess, politically connected.
No, just batshit insane.
Okay, so
He's a fusion. He's a fusion of the most lawful good paladin you ever meet, and a batshit crazy person that will walk out if anything slightly goes his way, or let's say you're just walking down the street, spouting spouting nonsense for another god, or saying you're atheist. You go get a history lesson on the power of his god.
okay. With that knowledge now in my mind, I prepare a tray of fine brandy. I give the tray to Mittens so that she can bring it over to the table. She lets down the fine brandy in front of everybody.
The officers thank you for the brandy.
And if any of them happen to look towards Veb, he'll just give a thumbs up, in non-verbal language, saying, "It's on the house. You're going to need this."
Blood Packers, Blood Packers sure, and some of the captains and Lord Generals bow and thank you.
You know what? Veb is actually going to grab a nice little bottle of Louis the 16th, his newest work in progress, and sit alongside. Let's move Mittens. It's been a while since that battle, huh?
Yeah. Hi, Gerald. Yes, it's been a while since felt the rust of battle.
Hey,
I would love to feel that rush again. But unfortunately, I just forgot what 80 years in Elvis is. 81 years in Elvis.
how many years in Elvish?
81.
An elf is considered adult at about 115.
We're dealing with a teenage soldier.
Or are you talking about converting human?
No, 81 years in Elvis. In other words, if you could,
That's anywhere from about 250 to 750. It varies wildly for venerable elves.
They last a
so
very long
so
time.
so I'm going to say about 700 years old.
Got it, so you could drop at any time.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Veb is only 50. So he's a relatively young dwarf.
William's 30. Though again, that's like 25 for a half elf.
My dude's at least 27.
Like he gives you stories from the Great Demon Wars to how why the Sorcerer Council started in the first place, because magic was all the muck and someone needed to get it under control and something like, to various other stories.
Oh, those battles sounded like they were amazing and intense. The glory, the honor,
Yes.
the heartbreak, as every general realizes they would write the letters to those families who lost one. It is a position that not many could ever shoulder.
That is that is unfortunately the curse I have for living for so long. I had to write so many letters to so many husbands, wives, children, parents, to say that your son, your daughter, your husband, your wife isn't going to come back.
Hey, I'm a dwarf. I know. I'll live a few centuries by human standards. At the same time, those that are willing to shoulder the burden, they are some of the strongest, if not bravest, of all. For there is always a difference between facing an insurmountable horde against you and being willing to face the family of those who have lost. I place my hand on the general's shoulder and go, like I said, this is all in the house. There's always a hidden burden that positions never let you know until you have to deal with it.
I don't know. I can see why these two like to hang out here instead of being at the academy, po- pointing at pointing at Black Pike and Asura.
It's a no judgment zone. You can let your sorrows out, and no one shall ever say anything if you do not wish that to be.
I think for now I gotta go to bed. I have some of those layers to write in the morning. Prefer to write in my office.
Of course, of course. Uh, Snuffles, please direct General Bloodpike to his room.
General Steelmore.
General Steelmore to his room.
Thank you. And he goes to his room.
Following a tiger. And I look towards Bloodpike and Ashura. So basically, our only options are is we have this one asshole that could look for promotion, correct?
Unfortunately, it's going to get as much as I disagree. As much as I disagree with the high general, he's right.
Also,
He he's been in the aura longer, and he's been in the aura longer. The only reason he didn't get the promotion earlier is because Stone was literally Steelmore Steelmore's hand-picked student. So he's disappointed most that he ran out when the time was right.
heard about that battle. While many survived, far more were lost than needed to be. Ideally, a general should be willing to serve alongside his men, not behind a desk.
Uh, Stone thinks differently. He likes to Stone thinks differently. Unfortunately, Ross comes from the same school as Stone. As in he likes to command behind the line behind the dust than the front lines.
Veb just pours out a bit more brandy for everybody. I mean, here's the thing. I can understand the reasoning. But, like, eventually, when you go up the chain, you're not always going to be on the front line. But at the same time, you do need people that can relay what is going on the front line. Theoretically, that's what lieutenants do. Which begs the question. What exactly happened with the lieutenants in that battle? The ones that should have reported all the information about what was going on at the front line. Also, Ty, I know you're a military veteran, so you probably would know if, like, lieutenants are the ones that actually do that.
Yeah, I was about to say. A couple of them survived, but those storm demons knew what they were doing. They targeted them first. From there is is pretty much is pretty much I was about to say recruits. High rank privates pretty much organizing to make sure the battles go well.
Those troops, they should be commandeered for that. They helped turn a situation that should have been a failure into a success.
That is true. In fact, when we go back home, but after we as forgot we did finish the free rolls. After that, we're going to promote some of them to lieutenants.
Well, I am not a member of your order, as well, as a member of the Order of the Flagon. I am willing to also act as a personal witness to the bravery of the young men and women that stood beyond the call of duty.
That'll be very nice. Thank you very much.
Of course. And Veb just leaves the bottle of Louis XVIII.
And with that, all the storyline business I had to do is over. It's a free session now. So,
Okay.
what do you want to do?
Well, I'm going to start designing and building new and begin the building process.
Say again. You're coming in very
Oh,
low.
yeah, this should be a bit better. I moved a bit closer. I'm going to start beginning the design phase and building phase of new vehicles. Basically, I'm starting the advanced vehicle stuff since next level it's going to be needed. Not only that, I've got a new invention, guys, that I'm playing with that I think you guys might find fun.
Ooh,
I have a jetpack now.
hell yeah!
I would ask how the fuck did you get a jetpack, but I'm
It's
afraid of
one
the
of the
answer.
Steam right things.
Why am I picturing like those like the footages you saw of like in the 1950s where the U.S. Army was experimenting with like
No, this is
jetpack cover
steampunk. This
technology?
is a steampunk jetpack.
I'm actually picturing Legends, Tears of the Kingdom style jetpack.
I have not played that, so I don't know.
I think the thing my guy will be doing was, besides helping out Carrie and Enzo's Tavern, would be working on the kind of like training with the new gauntlet that I just got.
Think something like this.
Oh, and while you're in Enzo's Tavern, you actually see him one of your gearmen slash shadows take a glass and shadow over a very rowdy customer's head.
How rowdy was this customer?
He He was about to challenge Veb, and it looked strong enough to take him on.
I'm guessing like what Veb.
I said look strong enough to
What
take on Veb. I didn't say was.
I know, but what was Veb's reaction to this dude that was like going to challenge a moment ago? Just suddenly get knocked out by a glass cup.
You recall my laugh a moment ago?
Yeah,
That would be his reaction.
I just walk in, I see it, I'm like, oh boy.
Okay. All right.
I look at the I look at the my cook who did that. I'm just gonna give a nod of approval, and I'm gonna go to Veb, be like, all right, let's kick this dude out. Help me
Hey.
up. Help me get this guy up.
All right. I grab him by the back of his collar and his belt. Open the door
I
for me.
help out, and I make sure to open the door so he can throw him out.
Hey. Okay, buddy. Rightly to the first rule. If you're gonna have a fight, it has to be a good old-fashioned bar broil, not an attempt to try and not pay. Besides, you don't need to go home, but you can't stay here.
Want to picture you drawing out Al Bundy style?
Yep. And I have his tab in hand, so I know exactly how much he owes. And if you want to come back, you gotta pay this back.
With interest. With interest. Enzo yells from behind.
Of course. I figure a 2.5% ABW interest is good. Each week a 2.5% increase. And I put that little a tab on a little corkboard in my office of, God, what the hell is that specific term? Not delinquency, not truancy. Basically, people, they're like cheapskates that try and not pay.
You basically have like a board with people's faces of like, hey, you see this individual, keep an eye out or kick him out.
Mm-hmm. Yes, one of those. I divide it between these are banned for life, these are banned for some time, or these just owe us money. With their bill taped, pinned right beneath them.
Oh boy.
Alright.
Yeah, either than helping out in the tavern, I'll start like practicing with the gauntlet or my new weapon that I got. Testing out all various options I can have for it and hide it, and also will call up a meeting later in the night with the shadows about a operation that will take place soon.
There's something that the General and Major Iron. This thing would work. Come on, computer. Don't be stupid.
Major Bloodstone.
Yeah, Major Bloodhunt. Yeah, Major Bloodhunt and Major Stone. There's something that they said that's kind of bothering me. They mentioned how the demons were rather precise at going after the lieutenants. Considering my experience facing off against demons like that, does that seem in their wheelhouse, or does that seem unusually specific? Do we
Are you asking Ty or are you asking me?
asking Ty?
I know the answer already.
Because Veb's thinking, if they were that organized, do we have a risk of a mole?
I know demons aren't organized, but there is a reason why they organized. Or at least they know specific targets. That's all I'm going to say as a DM.
I'll look at Kiri as we just got done kicking that guy out, and he's more like, so anything happened when I was gone? I had to get something, and I'll show Kiri in his little office that he has. So what he'll see is like he just sees my just regular arm with this sleeve, nothing, and then next thing you know, he just sees a blade pop out under my hand.
Nice.
Yeah, just got this beauty. It will help me out in my operations, and there was also something I found. I was very lacking in close quarter defense. I'm also thinking about talking to William at some point to see if he can make me a pistol to at least have as more close quarters in case if they ever do get up close to me, I at least want something.
You also can never go wrong with a simple boot knife. It may not seem like much, but having a knife that you can smuggle with you inside your boot, that way you can like break out of like rope manacles. Never hurts to have a knife. So yeah,
All right,
frontlines work
so
kind of as
let me.
crazy as you heard.
All right, so let me just read up the stats that I, that I put down for your assassin's gauntlet. 1d4 damage plus poison. If you have if you if you put poison or substance in this, 1d4 damage plus whatever substance you put in. It's like if it's poison, then if it's poison, sleep power,
Yeah, hey,
whatever.
I'm gonna have to. Yeah, Ty, I'll have to cut out a little early because of stuff going on at work. I will. I need to, and also before I go, how are our plants doing?
They know
Our very secret poison
they
garden.
know that they're going to be assigned to General Ross zone. As they said, they're not looking forward to it, but they're going to do anything for everything for the shadows.
Uh, yeah, and I'll inform the shadows of a plan that's being dispatched by me and William about a certain prisoner that is going to be having his death faked. We're going to hold him for a little bit, and we're going to try to make contact with the older brother in our own unique way so he doesn't get suspicious. And other than that, I will also check up on the our little project with our garden. How are all our plants doing? Have we gotten like a decent amount of good poison in all various types?
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Your poison plants 4-3. That's why I said that's why I say poison or any other types because you pretty much have almost any other types now. We could literally ask Nightshade to help make some of the poisons for you now, or any other types.
Yeah, we'll start since now we've gotten the harvest done. I'll start to instruct Nightshade and also Megan, since she was very interested in the plants. Start working on a combination of poisons. No, known methods that are already there. So I will a little bit more experimentation, a little bit more experimenting to see if we can double or make the poisons even more lethal.
Well, that depends on
No,
Jim Jim Pan's Jim Pan's alchemy check, but
yeah, we're I'll get Jim Pan's character involved. I won't say where plants came from. It's just working on certain poisons. Because if I remember, Jim Pan's newest character is not in loop per se with my organization.
No.
I understand that.
So we're gonna be very careful on who we have and the knowledge of all these plants. Because if word gets out that these plants have made a comeback or that they're there, people are gonna start trying to investigate who has the poisons. So we're gonna try to keep as much tight-lipped as we can. So only a few trusted individuals will be there to look after the plants and also the experimentation to make into poisons through people that we know are solid.
Alright, cool. Alright, well, thank you for playing.
Yeah,
I'll re up the stats so you can hear the video later.
yeah. I'll write. We'll talk later on when I'm home because I get home in like 3 or 4 hours, and then we can just like talk about that and might level up because I need to talk with Seawall about all that stuff too. But y'all take care.
Yeah, it's gonna be a
Have
while
fun.
because at about 6 o'clock I'm about to go out for my birthday dinner.
Oh, congrats!
Well, my birthday's Saturday, but
Yeah.
Well, happy early birthday.
Yes.
alright. Here's the stats. One do one do one do 1d4 poison damage. If it's a sneak attack, then double it. If it's a crit sneak attack, then quadruple it.
Neat. But he's already gone.
Plus poison plus double whatever affect the what you call it the effect that the straw has. So if I say it's poison, that doubles from 1d6 to 1d12. If it's sleep engine, then he's knocked out from 1d4 rounds to 1d8 rounds, etc., etc. But that's only if it's a quick sneak attack roll.
Well, okay, Ty.
Yeah.
He's not here. Type it up. Is what I'd recommend.
All right. I'll type it out.
Yeah.
Anyway, continue. What to do now? Why start typing this up?
I'm going to look to a shadow. Actually,
Well, the show's in the kitchen cooking something. So go ahead.
I'm going to like, what exactly would be the term? Like, whisper, yell? Uh, I don't think that's the term, but like, whisper so like people outside can't hear us, but loud enough for people in the kitchen to hear us. At least those are the shadows. Of like, keep an eye out for like maybe over enthusiastic soldiers that seem to have more money than they should. Keep an eye out for those. If you can keep an eye and ear out for those. I'm suspecting the Paladin Order, which, corrupt as it is, might have a mole.
God damn it. Anyway.
Veb is paranoid. He fought alongside these people. So he'd like at least some form of justice for those people that died.
Well, they not like. Yeah, we actually suspect. Yeah, we heard the conversation. We suspected that there might be a mole.
Alright. I'll do what I can in the front end. If I see like a soldier with the marks that indicate that they're not of a high rank, but somehow are able to spend a lot more liberally, at least then keep an eye on them, get their name, and if you guys would be able to then get information of their background, that would be appreciative. And as a form of incentive, Veb is putting down a bag of 20,000 gold for the purposes of upgrading all the kitchen equipment.
They look at the goal as like we do realize we have to shut down the kitchen for one night, right? That's how proven it's going to be.
What was that? You kind of broke up.
I said they just look at good like you do realize you're going to sit down in the kitchen for one night. That's how improved it's going to be, right?
Okay, then we shall hold this to when we can afford to have a day off.
Dude, you made a shitload of money thanks to the Paladin Warrior. You could afford it for one night.
Of course, then. I trust you guys.
Remember, all the Paladins are paying customers. They're not cheap.
They're not. But at the same time, I admit, brewing and distilling is more my specialty. Scrap would definitely know more about cooking, but I imagine there's always something better. A better oven, a better grill, better knives, better uh, uh, baker's oven,
Pulse.
better stuff. So, even if we aren't doing this immediately, this would be something we could work with in the future. And then Feb heads out, leaving that bag of 20,000 gold, and goes back to the
Nice.
bar.
Cool. Ah, waiting we work on your backpack of doom yet?
Well, no, the jetpack just is a flight of fancy he did on a day. In actuality, he's probably focusing on setting up a large scale manufacture of the Mark II backpack boilers for the new vehicles. So I want automated. Well, I want factory serial production for those, so I don't have to keep building them manually. So I'm gonna work. So
I don't want to say Royal Machinist Chuck because I know you're gonna pass it, but just to spite my just for spite.
Yep. Okay. 62 to set up this new facility.
oh yeah, you set it up real good.
Got it. So the Mark II backpack boilers, they're now basically in serial production. I don't need to make them anymore. We can start deploying them in the army more because they produce more power.
Nice.
Or even less magic to operate. So we now have a factory producing those north of the mines in the secured area. Now I'm going to start working on the new vehicles. And I think you guys are going to like these things. There's several new vehicles that'll be coming out. First, one of the early ones is going to be Ty. We still have that glider set up from the disguise assassin, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to find a way to make that thing powered. So, along with making a proper tank and something called the Squall. It's an amphibious tank, Kiri.
So kind of like one of those like LVTRs from like World War II.
Except it's got a main battle cannon. Think an
Nice.
Abram that can swim.
Nice.
So we'll start developing that. And then the final one that I'm going to focus on, there's the final. Obviously, we're going to want better. Obviously, we're still going to develop larger vehicles for naval as well. But I would also like to bring on because I'm assuming we've already pretty much got all the basic stuff, correct, Ty? All the basic vehicles we've got designs for. Either I or one of my apprentices has designed. Okay, so that means the last one will be the dirigible. Yes, Kiri. We're gonna have zeppelins. And I did the math. The things can carry like the equivalent of a World War II bomber's worth of explosives.
We should market those as hotels.
Oh, we're gonna use them for luxury transport. Basically, a flying hotel.
They probably go faster than ships.
Well, yeah, I mean, assuming that the thing is maintained by a high-level Thunder Scout, the minimum rank is rank 11 for that type of Thunder Scout. And let me pull up what that Thunder Scout, how much more speed that thing has. It's moving at 100 feet a turn.
So that would be like
Yeah.
30, 40 kilometers an hour, I think.
Let me Pathfinder overland speed. Yeah. There's an overland speed that you can that is there it is.
Allows for conversions.
So hustle one. Smart. Okay, here we go. Yeah. So yeah, assuming
Actually,
okay,
frequency's nuts.
Okay. Where we go? No. Okay, so assuming no, they don't make it easy. There was a chart for the speed. Okay, here we go. Yeah, 20 feet. Yeah, 40 feet. In one for if you have a speed of 40 feet, you're doing 4 miles. But if I'm doing 4 miles is a walking rate. Also, these vehicles have a additional special bonus of 20%. But the thing is, this thing can operate if it has multiple pilots much longer. So I'm going to go with the per hour overland speed. So we're going to go count 100. Yeah, there's a special rule for that.
— 10, 15 miles an hour, probably.
12 and a half. It can go 300 miles in a day.
Nice.
So 300 miles.
Faster than a ship.
Yeah. There's some examples like cart wagon ships. Yeah. The fastest ship a galley rowed and sailed is 96 miles. And I'm assuming that our steamboats are moving faster than a sailboat by far at this point.
Yep. Like
So
literally, the only boats that move faster is the Starlight navies.
and I'm guessing they have a very small number of ships.
Yeah, currently.
Yeah, so. Okay, so we're ramping up production of everything. I'm going to try to get more people to join us. So, artistry philosophy. We need
You
more
have an
people.
advantage because of the war, but so does so is the High General. So
30. Roll the 30. And also, Ty, this isn't just soldiers I'm trying to attract. I'm trying to attract more workers.
30 is mostly like side workers. Currently there's no soldiers.
Yeah, I've already got a good amount of the soldiers joining us.
But still better than the High General that recruited
Yep.
no one.
Yep, so. Oh, yeah, because the thing is, I need more factories, more factory workers, more people learning various trades. You know what else we could probably do? Kiri, do you think we should set up an engineering apprenticeship program for the older students at the school? So they start working in the factories in the more safe positions to learn from the more experienced guys already on the line as part of their school day.
Kiri?
Hello?
Carrie? I can
There
hear
you
you,
are.
Carrie.
Okay, it was just
Yeah.
quiet all of a sudden. I didn't know like
Yeah,
if
network
maybe
hiccup
my
on your
headset
end.
died or something happened.
Yeah, probably some sort of hiccup on your end.
Yeah, same thing.
Yeah. So to try to increase our workforce, why not set up an apprenticeship program within the school for the older students? They could be handed more low risk and menial tasks to free up engineers' time while still learning the trade.
It's like custodial type work.
Yeah.
Doesn't sound too bad.
Yeah. So.
Also, with the society we're going to be creating, you're going to need plumbers.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Experts in STEAM and things like that. So yeah. So as I said, I'm trying to recruit more people. I'm assuming that other things that I'd like to increase further, I'd like to see if I can't get more dry docks online to get more ships out faster, and start working on larger ship designs. Start working on the equivalent to like destroyers and cruisers.
You meant to at least keep up or match the Starlight Navy?
Surpass them in tonnage and ship number.
I hope we don't enter the Bismarck paradox.
Well, that's because the British released the Dreadnought, which then basically made all other ships before that point completely obsolete. So they reset the board. That's why everyone was able to start, challenging the British Navy.
Because right now, that's what you're trying to do. Pretty much challenge the the equivalent of the British Navy at the time.
Yeah.
Well, the British Navy
Yeah.
and a little bit of the German Navy, since they're trying to create a U-boat.
Yeah.
Technically, your characters don't know that yet, though.
I thought we already figured out they're trying to make underwater boats. I mean, fortunately, they've got one hell of a weakness in that we've already got the mermaids on our side, who are natural frogmen.
Yeah, they don't know that yet.
Yeah.
And the joy of explosives underwater. The concussive force is substantially bigger.
Well, the thing is, we'll be using directional charges to limit the out, and direct it inwards to cause maximum damage to the hulls to sink the boats as quickly as possible. Don't even give them a chance to surface. Then we'll send in our mermaid engineers to reverse engineer the wrecks at the bottom of the sea. No need to salvage it if you can literally have your people go in there.
and for someone who said no to subvalves, that's the reason why.
Yeah.
If you're crust death and you're sticking with a crust death, it's pretty much a funeral march.
Yeah, and then if you have the frogmen floating around it, let's say somebody pops out like a mage or a sorcerer pops out of there with water breathing, they ain't gonna last long underwater.
Yeah, like water breathing only lasts, I think, 8 hours in this game.
Well, no. It's not the water breathing that's the problem. It's literally
Problem is you have to survive. You have to survive being pricked up by mermaids and mermen.
Yeah,
and the pressure.
Yeah, I think water breathing kind of covers that too a little.
I was about to say, I think at least for my character in Shindu's game, water breathing pretty much covers that as far as pressure is concerned. But still, it doesn't matter if you're getting sliced up by frogmen.
Considering the number of time my character's fallen, yeah. Despite having an amulet of health.
Also, utilizing the shadows, we're gonna try to strangle the. Okay, Ty, what percentage of the iron and steel market do we control at this point directly?
With the exception of a small but significant percent, currently about 75.
Got it. And is Starlight Valley buying up all of the other steel that's out there that they can get a hold of?
The other ones are from, let's just say, less than reputable sources.
Got it. So the steel's quality is questionable.
Yeah.
I'm going to send in saboteurs, not to destroy those other facilities, but to sabotage the steel.
You're going to sabotage and steal the mob?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We'll make sure that there's additional impurities in it. Sulfur. Too much oxygen, not enough oxygen. Well, the question is, what type of steel? How are they producing their steel? Because obviously they have. I'm assuming they haven't figured out our method, which is based on the Bessemer process.
No, they're producing with fusion of magic and normal steel
Got it. So
working.
it's basically souped up crucible steel production.
Yeah.
Got it. That's always been known for having.
And it steals from other lands other than yours. So
yeah. Okay, so we'll tighten up our
that's where
supply.
technically the mobs gain their steel from.
Yeah, because I'm guessing that most of the other mines are either destroyed or under our direct control.
Your direct it's literally either your direct control or the mafia direct control.
Okay. Well,
Because remember, the mafia still needs some avenues for legit business.
oh yeah. So yeah, as I said, we'll send in some of our saboteurs to make sure that the process leads to lower quality steel. Not enough for them to easily notice, but enough that those vehicles are going to have maintenance issues in Starlight Valley.
And it says Starlight Valley already get. No, actually, remember. So the only thing you can't. So the only thing you didn't hurt Starlight Valley for right now is gun production, since the labs are literally fenced off.
Yeah, well, the thing is, what materials they're using to make the guns.
Steel.
Yeah, and I'm assuming our serialized production is quite extensive ourselves.
True.
Yeah. Hey, Kiri, should we organize a World's Fair?
Yes.
I want to say right now to DM, you do realize Roberto's going to come to let's just say pick up some weapons, right?
We're not. No. These are demonstrations, not selling.
Oh, okay.
It's a World's Fair.
The question is, are we going to have our own murder hotel?
No, of course not.
Of course. So we're not going to go the way of H.H. Holmes. Got it.
Nope. We're doing more of the try to attract more people away from the other factions. Are closer to pure technological advance.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Oh, you can bet. Veb will have his own booth where it's just like the best of drinks.
Yeah. And my thought of how we start this event, my guy deploys from a dirigible with the jetpack.
I'd suggest you try doing that from like a second-story window multiple times just before actually doing it.
Oh, look, it's got good maneuverability. He's been practicing in the other area with it. Yeah, so.
It never hurts to double-check to make sure it works.
So.
I'm pretty sure if your base machinist check it's going to work.
Well, no. The jetpack is an invention specifically tied to the Steamrite class. It always works.
Oh, never mind then.
Yeah, I just say make sure it works because I've seen that video of that one guy in a flight suit in the 1920s that tried to jump off the Eiffel Tower, and Didn't end well for him.
Didn't end well, didn't it?
I'm thinking we do the World's Fair at the new city spire that we're building, and we start advertising this event. Ty, assuming we don't do full on rush construction, but hasten the construction by putting more bodies into it, how long would it take us to finish the construction and the initial buildings around the spire?
Seeing that the spire was being worked on well before this half the city was, I'm gonna put I'm gonna put a line where the spire is right now. It's not to actually make the spire itself, but you know what I mean.
Well, my thought is the spire is going to basically be one of its top areas is going to be an observation deck / dirigible loading and unloading zone, so they don't need to go anywhere near the ground.
As long as the mooring towers are good.
Oh boy!
So yeah. Currently, remember this is just how high it is. It's just a map. That's all. But yeah, that's how high your spire
Yeah,
is
because
right
remember,
now.
right, we were building it further east just because there was open space there,
Oh,
aka
never mind
forest.
then. So I'll just
Yeah,
let me
yeah. We're doing it
not
further
to
east.
erase this.
Yeah.
I'll just move it. I'll just make it over here. And I just erase it later. So I assume this is a spire.
Yeah, somewhere around there. But remember, this is steampunk technology, so it's not going to be ridiculously tall.
All right.
So yeah, so the tower is being built, and we're also putting buildings around it in kind of a spoke grid arrangement around it.
And we go back to how the cities are designed in Frostpunk.
Yep, basically very frostpunk styling, with major factories kind of built closer to the center. Parks, all that fun stuff.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, I already told you this, but like, what's your call called? It says, let me actually pull up the name again because I'm a dumbass. All right, Margie called. It says, all right. Well, I don't believe I'm saying this, but you're, but the exception of showing off magic since that requires a magic spell, and we really don't want to be up more islands. Alcatraz Island is ready to accept
Oh wow, that was
prisoners.
so. Yep. So we'll start start getting the prisoners sent there for now. Gearmen as the primary guards.
Like Margaret says that Margie says that even though we can't do the same thing my father did for Tombstone Island, I could at least put in magic cuffs. I at least put in magic bracelets around every prisoner, so I use magic to escape.
Well, what I would like to deploy is if we can figure out an anti-magic field generator for the entire prison.
Then could give us another week.
Well, I mean, I'm assuming I've been doing this research myself.
Oh right, so
So I'm
all
assuming
right,
this is going
so
to be a craft machinery check to build it.
so you get formed this raid. All it needs is for you to go down to the basement and pretty much install the anti-magic field.
Yeah. Well, I'm imagining the emitter is built into a part of the prison that the prisoners can't access to, with the main generator being on the support island that's separated from the prisoners. That's my plan to maximize the maximize the effectiveness and minimize the ability for sabotage it.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
I need to go.
So, in about
54 as he basically builds this arcane machine.
alright, alright, let's test. Alright, let's test it out. And she attempts to raise. Okay, okay, if she's gonna tip it, it's gonna work. So, she's gonna have one of her assistants attempts to raise undead, and she fails. So, it
Remember,
works.
an anti-magic field shuts down anything short of a god's power.
Okay, so she's going.
Yeah.
So yeah, she will fail as well.
Yeah. I mean, what we'll probably do is I'll probably develop a harness or a tattoo that can put on individuals so they become immune to this specific type of anti-magic field, but that's going to require additional research. So for now, good old-fashioned strong guys with strong guys with batons and tear gas is going to have to be enough for keeping these prisoners in check.
And I don't think you already developed tear gas technology.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, gas masks. You know, we can easily have the steam piped in from the magical boilers that are outside of the range of the anti-magic field. You know, having a series of pipes, so we can still have the steam powered stoves and things like that, steam powered heating, refrigeration, all that. So yeah, so time to bring the prisoners in.
So prisoners from all across the world is going to Alcatraz.
Yeah.
With the last part of the world being Starlight, because they literally want Jose to be Jose Starstone to be first. As in, don't fuck with our kingdom. Illegal gun smuggling is not allowed. Eh. So, so the so yeah, you have your so currently you have your World's Fair at the on your tower now.
Well,
After about
well, the
couple of
world
couple of months to actually
we need to be level
finish
12 before that
construction.
event goes through because I need the dirigible. I can't even technically have that thing yet, Ty. Unless you're going to accelerate us to 12th level.
Oh, right. And I'm not going to give you 12 yells there because then we will go to here without.
Yeah, I'm going to start advertising this event.
So, or is we go to here without
Yeah.
consequence.
Marketing 101.
Yeah, I'm going to start advertising the event. Basically promoting the technology above technology above it. So I'm going to do the artist philosophy. 36 to start getting the hype out
Yeah, I
there.
was saying,
Yeah.
people are starting to get interested.
Yeah. And then final thing that I'll be doing is again craft machinery check, and is it a craft machinery check to expand the dockyards further?
Yeah.
Okay. 56.
All right. So pick where you want the new dock to be.
Well, obviously they're going to be nearby the existing dockyards over here. Maybe a bit south, maybe a bit more north.
I say where the farmland is.
Remember, these are mostly off. These are partially offshore dry docks that were built, so they're not taking up a ton of land. I mean, we can do it to the north if it fits.
So I don't have to build another thing. Just put up another ship.
Yep. So more dry docks, more ships are being laid. And these are going to be keel hulled. Using our steam powered rivet guns and all that fun stuff to put them together.
I guess I'm going to end this session with this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I don't know. Because unless someone else has anything to do, I
Right.
can't think of anything right now that does involve all four of you,
Yeah.
for you guys.
I'm actually gonna go take a nap. I'm pretty tired. My
Like,
sleep is atrocious.
Vep, you get a call back from one of your shadows.
Oh,
Like Shao 6, this to Vep, come in.
speaking.
Like, I'm currently hiding right now. I think I know who's the. Oh God! I think I
Where are
know
you?
who's the mole. You're right. There's a mole in the powder ore. It's oh God! Oh God!
Where are you? Where are you? Let me know, and I will do what I can to exfiltrate you.
All you
Look,
hear is like, I'm running to the dock right now. I'm running to
okay,
the dock right now.
it's okay. By the docks, there's orcas. Get into orcas.
Let's
Do you
see
read?
who.
Do you
Let's
read?
let's see who makes it.
Veb then goes out on top of Mittens, running right towards orcas.
How should I call this? Okay. Good news is he made it. Bad news is he's not in any condition to talk right now. You need to get him to a you need to get him to a medical bay or a cleric stat.
Shit.
So it's going to be a while before we receive the information of who the traitor is.
So what? We're ending on a William being called in, meeting the gurney as it's being wheeled into the medical into the hospital.
Yep.
Shit. Like how bleeding is he?
Like if let's just say this. If he didn't take any potions with him, he'd have been bled out.
Oh boy.
Okay, I don't have any points in heal. I'm not trained in it, but I imagine as a member of the Ornithlagon, you know how to you put bandages on bleeding wounds so they stop bleeding.
Like I said, you need either medical personnel or a cleric to heal to to stabilize him.
Shit.
Don't forget you have a certain guy that has a fucking jetpack and is a medical genius.
Yep. And I place my finger to the ear. William, this is Feb. Get to orcas now.
What's the problem?
Information on a mole.
You look at up at the fucking keep that we've got. You see a window open and my guy just jump out of it and start flying towards you.
You basically just Iron Man this thing.
Yeah, he just Iron Man's it, Just, he
I want to
lands
switch to
cloud
Orca
of
stats
steam,
real quick.
and he goes. You start looking over the guy. This is not good, not good, not good. And I'll stabilize him.
Okay.
I should automatically be able to do.
I refuse to let him die. He has good information.
25 to stabilize him, as I do.
You stabilize him, but it's going to be a while before you can wake up to tell you anything.
All right, he's stable to move. As I basically an ambulance steam wagon comes to pick him up, and we'll take him to the hospital. I guess my guy's going straight into this guy's going straight into surgery.
I'm going with him. Mittens will go alongside as well. I'm not letting anybody that we don't trust get near him.
Look, we'll put him in the private surgical theater. I'll use only my most trusted medical apprentice, anatomist apprentices. You can observe from the observation room above, but I can't let you in there we got to keep the room sterile.
All right. Mittens, we're going to be watching from the floor up.
And then we'll have extra guards, preferably ones that we know we trust. So as this guy's basically wheeled in, Yep.
Like,
Standard ER entry, door opens, my guy's, shit, we're losing him, gets on the cart, chest compressions. Stay with me.
what William medical check? That perception check. Nightshade perception check as well.
And I get another. Is it another 4 or 5? Because this is, this is special stuff. Yep, surgery.
Whoops.
Oh, 44. I critted it.
Ah, crap. He's starting. He's.
Let me re-roll my perception.
What should the modifier be, Kiri? Don't try to
11.
Okay, it should be 18. Just hack the 1 off the front.
Okay. 18.
Yep.
Since Mittens is also with us,
She also gets a perception check as well.
a 26.
Damn. Perceptive bonus.
You see some humans that's not quite human heading towards the hospital. Well, Mitten sees humans that doesn't look right heading towards the hospital.
Oh, I imagine Mittens has learned how to, non-verbally communicate. Shit's going down. Shit's gonna get real. Things about to... There's gonna be a throwdown. Get ready to kill. Probably all sorts of things like that.
And with a nat 20, you figure he's gonna be up and around within a day or two.
Theb just draws his axe. At the likely insistence of Mittens.
The person just looks at you as like, you don't want to do this. Just move aside and we'll take care of some business we have to attend to.
Oh, the bloody wagon drinkers think you are. I am Web John of the Ordered Flagon. This is yours, our fine Steve Mittens. I was tasked to protect. We were tasked to protect, and we will protect. Mittens has shown that there's something off. And looking at these people, this is now mentally him thinking, how... the concept of the uncanny valley, right?
Yeah.
How uncanny valley do these humans look?
Basically, it's like if you see the movie They Live.
Yeah?
That's pretty much it.
Oh boy. So very much they look human, but there's something just so off. I'm afraid I can't let you do that. How about this? You head on out, and I'll give you 2 free rounds at Emsos. If you don't, well, if your intention is harm, as I stated with the ground rules at Emso, if your desire is to harm, it shall be a fun bar brawl, no death. But if your intentions are to go beyond that, then you don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. But now, I shall ask you again. Are your intentions going to involve permanent harm?
Our intentions are none of your business, sir. And apparently the leader holds up their hands like, I think we'll take your advice and go for now. Besides, you can't wait. Besides, you can't be up forever. Eventually, you're gonna fall asleep.
Good. Now get the fuck out. And this will be an intimidation check. Get the
Good
fuck
luck.
out and never come back.
Good luck.
46.
What the fuck? You do realize you intimidated 3 demons, right?
Yes. He popped into his Slim Jim. So he was able to take full advantage of that. Otherwise, it would have been his charisma score. Which is not that great.
going to tell you right now. The check I had was 45.
Damn.
Well, they're three demons. They're three demon assassins. What do you think they're?
Oh, thank you, random natural 20.
Like, the only reason I pretty much didn't tell you don't bother is because I know you're gonna pop to a Slim Jim, and that means it's possible you can make it.
And that's kind of his natural reaction when it comes to potential combat. If he thinks that he needs to do it. Or if he's
All
out.
right, so they're backing off, but they pretty much says that, hey, you're gonna fall asleep eventually, and when you do, we'll get to work, and you don't know what, and you and we and by the time we wake up, our job will be done.
Insert subtitles of your father is a hamster and your mother smelled of elderberry.
Oh, they're walked away by now, so they don't even hear you.
Okay. Aveb calms down a little bit, turns to Mittens, and says, Mittens, grab Snuffles. I know I can stay awake for a good while. But at the same time, I don't know how long this surgery is going to last. As such, it might be best if the three of us operate on a rotational shift.
Tip, you might want to inform William what happened downstairs.
Oh yeah, like as Mittens is going out, I'm going to go towards like the surgical center and go to William. William,
Well, one, they wouldn't let you into the surgical suite.
I meant once William gets out of surgery.
oh, okay. William,
After hour, I'm assuming this is like a multi-hour surgery to, it's touch and go, but the guy is, he's on the mend now.
Yep, and that point,
I'm going to assume that Bev is going to stay up enough to inform William what
absolutely,
happened.
he will. And you also see Mittens and Snuffles looking towards the door.
Yep.
William,
Yes.
we have three assassins that are going after our patient. I've made it abundantly clear. They're patient. They can just wait for one of us to go to sleep. I don't suppose you happen to have shots of it.
And that royal rule was how long it took to stabilize him. So
6
you're
hours.
very much half asleep by now.
William gets out. He best option would be, you know what? To my knowledge, demons have trouble going onto hallowed ground.
What about our court? What about our keep?
It's not hallowed ground. Not secured against demons.
Shit. Note to self.
There's only one hallowed ground, you know.
Sister Heart's temple might be the best option.
Yes. We need to go to her house.
Well, technically two, but you're not going to make it in time.
So we'll load him up into my steam wagon, drive over there, and we'll place him in the most secured area with heavy guards that are armed with cold iron bullets.
Hey. I want to go alongside him. Same with Mittens and Snuffles. Gotta make sure he's safe.
Yep.
Okay.
We'll have him secured as long as we can. Once we get the information, we'll figure something out.
Snuffles, Mittens, if at any moment it looks like I'm about to doze off, wake me up. I don't care how much it hurts. And I imagine like Snuffles and Mittens like give like the
they
pony equivalency of thumbs up.
They promise nod at you like okay, sir.
I also quickly look to see if there's like a local cafeteria. That's where I was looking for. A cafeteria or commissary, so I can get some coffee.
Given the fact that it's the equivalent of 6 in the morning, you can find some coffee shops.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
And I'll just down it. I need that extra energy.
William's gonna go to his secured area and get some sleep because he's fucking tired, as it is. Though he's gonna go north of the mines. His more secure facility.
Yep. And with that, Veb, Mittens, Snuffles, and our patient, we're in that that ambulance and go towards Sister Heart's temple.
Yep, and William got it right. It is hollow ground. Demons or devils can't touch it.
Okay. I'm going to assist the medics by helping with the gurney. Actually, scratch that. After we get there, going to knock on the door. Knock, knock, knock.
And the cleric and the cleric answers. I forgot her name, but
Is Sister Heart here?
yeah. She just woke. Yeah. She's back there praying.
Okay. Men, bring him in. Bring him in.
Like, oh God, what happened?
He was attacked by demons. This is one of the few areas I know of.
Yes. Come in. So I call my boyfriend to help as well.
If you know any if they're
Boyfriend,
medically trained,
the boyfriend, the paladin.
If medically trained, absolutely. Anything that can help him get up. He has information that demons were specifically went to assassinate.
He's not medically trained. He's not medically trained, but he's a freelance paladin. He can help just in case.
Okay, good. It's also good to have an extra blade just in case. And Feb just starts looking towards the windows, hoping to see a nice morning day, no shadows on the windows, nothing like that.
It's a nice morning day. You see a couple of people You see a couple of people in the distance standing there, but they can't come in. They can't come in further than at least 100 feet. And you know that because Proudstone just walks into the chapel as normal.
And to those that were trying to get in but can't get in, and I just flip them off. And go, fuck you! You said that I had to sleep. I know I got to sleep, but we got friends. Screw you, demons. Like I said, you don't have to go home, but you can't stay here.
They pretty much flip you the bird back, and that's regrettable at this session because they can't attack you as long as you're on that ground.
Note to self: have Sister Heart go to both Orca and Emzos and make those areas hollowed ground.
Yeah, you have to get Sister Heart or a higher rank cleric to make that hollow ground.
Yeah, hence I'm thinking, note to self: get Sister Heart. Because she's the one he knows the best. And if there's someone that she thinks would be better, he'd likely trust her judgment.
I believe there's nothing else you want to go through today.
No, I'm hooked at taking a nap.
Guys, I actually hear Seawall about to take a nap, so I guess I'll end it for
Yep.
the day.
Have a good night, y'all.
That's pretty much it. Gonna
I
have a bit of a
I can't believe we got 2 nat 20s.
like Shendu says, the dice tell their own story.
And thanks to the dice, I had to start telling the next story, 2 weeks early.
Well, Be heading off. Gonna have a bit of an early Father's Day meal.
Father's Day is not till next week.
Yeah, like I said, early.
Ah. Yeah, I'm about to rest for a couple of minutes, then wash up, then wash up and get ready to go to a Mexican restaurant for
Oh,
a nice little date.
we're actually going to the Frontier Grill as well, which is also a Mexican place.
Nice. Nice. We're comparing this while we get back.
Oh yeah. Every time I go there, I always get like the pick two, a pork tamale in a corn husk and a burrito.
Nice.
And yes, I've learned you're not supposed to eat the corn husk, but I still do.
All right, later for this.
Have a good one.